What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Equali Espresso, and welcome back to another Infinite Warfare video here today on the channel. Today, you guys seem to like all the 5 things videos here with Infinite Warfare, so with this one, I took to Twitter and asked you guys to tweet me some things that you guys wanted to see, not necessarily from the comments like we saw last time, but this one specifically from Twitter. And if you guys want to follow me over on Twitter, that link is down there in the description below. It's the best way to keep in touch with me, as well as if we do stuff like this, which I had a lot of fun doing this, so I think that we will do this again sometime with a different topic in the future. But I took 5 of your suggestions here within this, and actually there were a lot that really overlapped, so it was pretty easy to find some of these out here for you guys. But we're gonna be doing 5 more things that Infinite Warfare needs, as selected by you guys from Twitter. So once again, before we get too far into it, drop a comment down there if you guys have anything that you think should be in Infinite Warfare, and of course follow me on Twitter so if we do this again, we can. And if at any point in time during the video you enjoy it, make sure you drop a like down below. Really does help the video out. But number 1, the first one here today, as suggested by you guys, was support similar to Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. Not necessarily support in, say, a support specialist package or anything like that, but rather developer support. Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 both were really on the ball with making fine tunings to the games. There's been a lot more patches in recent years, mainly those 2 games, than we saw previously in terms of post-launch support. A lot of patches were coming out on a regular basis to those games, and some people would say that that is something that makes the game seem flawed, but in reality, it's just tuning things to how the community wants, because after all, it's all about what the community wants, and they're listening in that sense. So I really like that one, but moving along to the second one is balanced weapons. I think this is one that we can all agree with here. It's something that a lot of the times you'll see some things that it's not really balanced, and you can tell. You can tell that you get melted by things when you shouldn't, and that's whenever we start to see some outcries for support and patches here with that, so kind of ties into that last one. But balanced weapon, especially off a launch, is key, because the more balanced weapons there are to start, well then that's obviously less work that we have to do to change up things here in a later sense. But balanced weapons is something that can be sometimes harder to do, and with the cast of weapons that are supposedly in Infinite Warfare being the most weapons we've ever seen in a multiplayer of Call of Duty, it's gonna be interesting to see how this actually does play out. But the third one here, as suggested by you guys, is a resounding DLC camos and weapons. You guys really requested this one a lot, and I think that this is actually a great idea. If you have played Call of Duty in the last 2 years, you've known that weapons are available out of supply drops only. Back in Black Ops 2, back in Ghost, you had weapons that you could buy either by themselves or that came with the DLC. However, that's not the case in recent years. It's been a little bit of a marketing tactic to up the sales, because Advanced Warfare did so well with advanced supply drops that it then carried over into Black Ops 3, and that is now the only way to get micro DLC weapons. So to be able to buy weapons and just spend $2 to $3 to maybe $4 a weapon, definitely I think is a lot better than trying to spend hundreds of dollars with only a slim chance of being able to get it. So that, I don't know how exactly that'll work. It probably is going to still be in supply drops with Infinite Warfare, but I would absolutely love to see this come as a feature. The fourth one here, as requested by you guys, is dynamic maps. This being things similar to, say, what Battlefield does, maybe not on such a grand scale where a skyscraper falls down, but something that does change the layout of the map, the way the map plays in general. Ghost had a little bit of stuff like this, but some of it wasn't really anything that affected the gameplay too much. I know one of the maps had logs that fell, but they were in the very back corner of the map, and then things like on Octane where the ledge was able to be breached and you had a different line of sight. That was cool, but it really wasn't anything too game-changing. Now, I don't know if at this point in time we should want anything too game-changing in terms of dynamic maps, but if it was something where you could, say, call an elevator or something like that, or open a door by pressing a button, that would be something that would be small and minute, but would be actually kind of cool, I think, here with this. Obviously, some destructible stuff would be awesome too, because who doesn't love explosions? But that's gonna take the fourth one here today. Now, the last one with this 5 things is dark matter or an equivalent camo thereof. Obviously, we're probably not gonna see dark matter in its entirety come over to Infinite Warfare. That's something that's a little bit more specific and a little bit more just fine-tuned for Black Ops 3. Camos like gold and diamond, they're a little bit more generic, so they could cross over in between games, but dark matter is one of those things that it's probably only going to be Black Ops 3. Maybe another Treyarch game will pick it up, but other than that, I don't see it making its way over into Infinite Warfare. But the idea of a grand camo like this, completing all camo challenges, getting the highest tier of camo for every single weapon class, and then getting a camo above that for reward, I love that idea, and I think it's a great way to reward players who actually grind out the challenges here, and it's honestly, in my mind, because I don't have dark matter yet, it still keeps the game fresh for me. It's now August, and I'm still loving every second of playing Black Ops 3 because I have a giant objective in mind. I have something that I really want to accomplish in the game, and that is a huge factor and reasoning for it. So I think that something like that, a challenge of that sort, definitely adds a lot more into the playability factor of the game, as well as just something that gives a lot of players to strive for that challenge. But I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up here today, ladies and gentlemen, with this one. Once again, this one coming directly from you guys over on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me over there to stay up to date whenever we do this again, that is where we're gonna be doing it here with this. So make sure you follow me over there. But if you guys did like the video, be sure to like, rating down below, and of course, leave your thoughts down there as well. I'd love to hear just what you think here with this. Do you guys agree with these? Do you disagree with them? Do you have anything that you think would be much needed in Infinite Warfare? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Any and all of them are greatly welcomed down there in the comments. But thank you dudes so much for watching. Once again, drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you guys are new. We're on that road to 50,000 subscribers, so every little bit does help and is of course greatly appreciated. But mine has been Nikolai Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.